you might not have really understood what is going on, but it's all about entrepreneurs and those who are interested. And it's a platform, that is just basically there to actually help you as an entrepreneur. Now, joining me to get to talk a little bit more about it and to understand more about it, I do have Patrick, okay? It's Maseko. It's like a silent K, but I don't know how to pronounce it. So I'm going to pronounce it the Shona way. I hope he doesn't get offended. Maseko, Patrick Maseko, how are you doing this morning? I'll call you Patrick, though.
Morning, Rachel. How are you doing? It's Patrick Maseko. You're not too far off.
BB, I know you would know how to pronounce it. But thank you so much for joining us. We're definitely excited.
Pleasure to be here.
Now, I was actually quite interested when I came across, this particular innovation hub that's going to be coming through, that's being launched right here in Harare. We're so excited about it. And obviously it's there to help the entrepreneurs. And as we're talking about, we're looking at some of the things, that entrepreneurs get to face, the challenges that they get to face, when it comes to the startup, the tools that they also need, the funding that they also need, and also, being guided and, in the particular industry that they're trying to go forward with. And coming through this innovation hub, you guys have come through this and you've launched it. Tell us a little bit more about it first and foremost.
Okay, thanks for that. Eight2Five actually is an innovation hub, like you mentioned. We have actually launched the hub. It has been in operation for about a year and a half or two now. And so what happens in the space is that it's an innovation hub / co-working space.
Okay.
So it's a place where entrepreneurs and startups can get to meet up, develop and conduct their businesses in a professional workspace. It also offers business incubation programs, mentorship, networking, business acceleration, and there's also a lot of fun and games that happen within the space.
Okay. Now, this is quite interesting. If you can just tell us, today you're here for a special reason. You want to tell us why you're here today?
Yes, the launch that actually is taking place tomorrow, on the 9th of June, that's going to be Thursday, is the reason why I'm here. So Eight2Five, like I said, has been in operation, but there are businesses that we incubate within the space. And tomorrow we'll be hosting our our inaugural launch that's going to be taking place at the actual space, that's Eight2Five, but we're also going to be present online for our virtual audience. So we have successfully trained and equipped about 4 startup companies within the space, and they're now ready to conquer their respective industries and sectors. That's what we'll be launching tomorrow.
Oh, that's exciting. So when I heard about the space, in my head, I automatically thought about, a proper, room space where, different innovators and entrepreneurs actually get to come through and talk. Is it something similar to that?
It's just like you've mentioned.
Yeah.
It's a physical space that's there. We've got, boardrooms, meeting rooms. It's just a space that's meant to help the entrepreneurs have a professional workspace and an environment. So they come through, they rent a desk. We've got private offices that are there. If they want to have meetings, there's a meeting room space that's available. There's ICT equipment if you want to do your conference calls. If you want to have presentations that are done, we've got the TVs. Everything's there. Then there's an event space as well for those that want to do product demonstrations for their clients. There's an event space that we can use for that.
Now, tell us, the process, they went through when it comes to when it comes to the startups itself. What was the process like?
Okay, with startup companies, these guys are the ones that are responsible for most of the innovation that's taking place, and they also contribute quite significantly to economic development. So what we did as Eight2Five was to develop an incubation program to capacitate, selected startups with skills and business support. So when they come through for the program, we help them with market linkages, with the relevant players in their industries. We also help the startups launch, as is the case for tomorrow. And in this particular instance, we're launching 4 tech startups that are coming from the finance, e-commerce, education, and the construction industries. So the program can span for anything between 6 months to 24 months. And then they just go through rigorous training where they get to meet their mentors. They get to have, peer sessions just to help them develop their products.
All right. And you're very right. When it comes to startups and obviously entrepreneurs, they have these ideas, then, then turn to these great ideas. Like, oh, wow, where did this actually come from? So we are looking at, this, and maybe I might be, an entrepreneur. I might be trying to start up something. If I'm interested, how do I actually get to be part of this?
It's actually quite a simple process. Becoming a member is just as simple as visiting the website or just coming physically through to the space and meeting the technical team that's present on the ground. So you visit the website, eight2five.co.zw, you just register and indicate that you want to become a member of the space. But if you don't want to come through physically, then you can also just leave your details and you can become a virtual member, because there are programs that we do online weekly. So you can become a member of those virtual programs, tune into the programs every time we do them. But then for the business incubation program itself, the entry requirements are quite different and quite rigorous, because now we need to know what your commitment is to the business that you're doing and whether you're willing to go through with the incubation process. So those requirements are slightly different. We will take you through an interview process. We need to understand what stage your business is, how far you have gone as far as the development of your product is concerned, and then we take you into the incubation program based on those details. So the programs are now tailor-made for the level at which your business is at.
Okay, so depending on which level you are, maybe just trying, find out information, get more information about the industry that you're trying to get into, you can simply just, register. And then obviously, depending on where you are with your business, of course, the intensity does get to increase.
True.
All right, so guys, remember, like we said earlier on, you can actually get to sign up. Okay, the website is www.eight2five.co.zw. If you're wondering how you can actually get to spell that, www.8, okay, that is EIGHT, the number 2, then FIVE.co.zw. Okay, that is Eight2Five. And you can also get to follow them on their Facebook page, that is on Eight2Five Innovation Hub. Instagram, it's at Eight2Five Hub. Okay, so you can find them on Facebook, on Instagram, and you can even go through to their website, which is actually exciting, and get to learn more about this, especially if you're an entrepreneur, or maybe you're planning on going that particular field and you're wondering how basically can I get to learn more about this. It's very much a possibility. Now I want to talk about the value creation challenge. All right, this launch, all right, let's just take a look at it. Does it have any value creation challenges? Are they there?
No, thank you for that. It's actually interesting that you bring up the value creation challenge, because we are actually in a phase right now we're preparing for phase 3 of the launch of the value creation challenge. It's actually a business acceleration program, so it's one of the flagship programs that we have as Eight2Five. So we're currently in the planning phase of that. So anyone that's going to be tuning in for tomorrow's launch, or just tuning into our pages just to see what's going on, just be prepared for that, and then plan to actually apply for it. So in a nutshell, the Value Creation Challenge is a nationwide opportunity that's supported by Eight2Five, that's powered by Old Mutual, in partnership with the British Council, and it's aimed at supporting businesses and ideas that provide innovative and sustainable solutions to Zimbabwe's socio-economic challenges. Now, what the challenge does is it presents an opportunity for Zimbabwean entrepreneurs aged between 18 and 45, with startups that are greater than 3 years, but less than 7 years in operation, to accelerate their businesses. So participants will be required to go through a business acceleration program, and the successful participants will then succeed in getting seed capital injected into their businesses. Now, this money doesn't come like that. We'll then require them to obviously report to a board that we create for them, so they can just give account of how they've used the money, and then give updates of how their business has changed as a result of the funding. So that's what Value Creation Challenge does. It's meant to accelerate businesses.
All right, that's great. Now, we do have a question that has come through, because someone is obviously interested and they would like to be part of this. Now, they're asking, is there any, registration fee that is required for you to register and be part of the Innovation Hub itself?
Okay, I wouldn't really call it a registration fee. We do have membership fees, so to speak, but what they entitle you to is a desk and access to the internet, and all the facilities that then come with the innovation space itself. So you've got access to internet, you've got access to the meeting rooms, you have access to all the mentorship and training programs that then come. So it just depends on the type of membership that you have. We've got the hot desk membership that goes for $60 a month. We've got a dedicated desk that's dedicated to the individual that applies for that. That goes for $90 a month, and then the private offices are paying for $150 per head per month.
All right, your final words, Patrick, to an entrepreneur out there, someone who's a bit on the innovative side, like you say, they're still starting up and they're wondering how best can actually take advantage of this.
I think that's an exciting space to be in, but the challenges that we normally find are that people are scared to share the ideas because they often get stolen. I mean, that's
quite common.
That happens quite a lot. So what you end up getting into is the temptation to obviously keep saying that we need to sign NDA agreements and all that, and that's fair and fine, and we need to be doing that. But we also need to be conscious of the fact that not everything needs an NDA. So I would encourage entrepreneurs to just, take stock of their ideas, see who they are willing to partner with. If an NDA needs to be signed, especially if there's proprietary information that they wouldn't want to disclose and know that it's not protected, then go ahead and do that. But just take the leap, launch your idea, be willing to share the idea, and then just get feedback and input, because not everyone can be as excited about your idea as you are being the entrepreneur. So let's just be cognizant of that, and then just get feedback from other people as to how best we can go ahead realizing the ideas and taking them to market.
Oh, that's great. Thank you so much, Patrick. Also want to say thank you so much to Old Mutual for being a constant partner. Okay, they're consistent, and when it comes to financial inclusion and services, and for entrepreneurs, who would like to join this amazing value creation challenge, please visit www.vcc.825.co.zw for more information and some recommendations. All right, and remember, if you're a startup looking to be equipped and to find an opportunity to grow and conquer your respective sector, please sign up for this once in a lifetime opportunity. You only get it once. So remember, Eight2Five Innovation Hub gives you a leverage on Old Mutual's networks and an innovative environment as well. So thank you so much to Patrick once again for coming through to the studio and letting us know about this amazing opportunity. Like he said, you might be scared thinking that your idea can get stolen, but take this opportunity. You will not regret it. All right. This is Power FM Zimbabwe. My name is Rachel, Miss Rach, the radio diva.